I never, ever have the sour grapes attitude. I never say, oh, gee, Jim, what happened? Because that's not going to get you what you need, ever. Are we calling Mayor McCheese again?
So I recently visited the store and more machines were broken and the store was dirtier.
How could it possibly be any dirtier?
Right. Well, something that you said came to mind. You had said that often when we make an appealing offer to a laundromat where they have a lot of broken equipment, they'll take an opportunity to try to prompt their current tenant to get into gear. Well, we made them an offer. We, did a little back and forth. The store is in worse condition. So I think it'd be time to follow up since nothing has changed from your tenant. It's gotten worse. They haven't fixed any equipment.
Sure.
All right, so that's where I want to start. Benson Cleaners.
Jim, the mayor, stand by. You want to bet $50 he doesn't answer? I'll hold you to it. No Welchers.
No, sir.
Here we go.
Hello?
Jim!
Yes.
Danny D, the laundry guy. How are you, sir? It's been, 4 months on the 104th Avenue location in Kent. We just went by this weekend a few times and actually have been keeping a finger on the pulse. Believe it or not, more equipment out of order. The place got dirtier, if that's possible. You never know. I mean, we might cruise by the store in a bad time. I mean, it's hard to keep the store immaculate all the time, but it's pretty bad. So nothing's changed on our end. Still looking to discuss lease terms if and when the time comes.
Yeah, the landlord was not a bit interested in what you had offered. So, and he seems to be okay with the guys making his payments, and
good.
And he seems to be just fine with it. So,
well, those are two separate things, and I'm not, here to argue with you. But not a bit interested. I need to hear back in reference to what he is willing to do. Obviously, I hate to use euphemisms, but I can't negotiate against myself. And when we send the offer, it's not the end of the universe. But we're also not asking for the moon in the sky because we're trying to get away with something. The difference with a laundry is the massive upfront commitment to that equipment, and it's very expensive. So that's why we're different. And who knows? That landlord might say, I don't want a laundromat here because that rate of rent is lower. It is a lower bar than most. Sorry, you're saying?
Yeah. So, I brought it up to him last time. You sent me a message, and he's still not interested. So, I can't force him to do something he doesn't want to do.
Sure. And no one wants that. When this tenant gives up the ghost and rolls out, things may change. Or again, the landlord might decide at that point that he wants to vanilla the space and put an optometrist or a yogurt shop in. I wouldn't blame him.
Right.
But if it's a laundry, let me know.
Okay.
Thanks for taking the time.
All right. No problem. Bye-bye.
Should have taken that $50 bet, huh?
Yeah. Be $50 richer. Good to know. Okay, the next.
But why did he answer? There's some psychology there. We've been calling this guy for 4 months. His tune was also different. Oh, no, you're full of shit. No, that's never going to happen. Now he's saying, well, I talked to him and he tried to do this, that, or the other. I never, ever have the sour grapes attitude. I never say, oh, gee, Jim, what happened? Because that's not going to get you what you need, ever. I keep a mental note of all these people. Sometimes if they're really harsh, I've had this happen so many times where they're completely off the rails. I'm noting them in my phone, giving them a nickname or whatever the case may be. And then a year later, they call and they want to pretend like none of that ever happened. Like they didn't call me a dipshit. Like they didn't say it would never happen. But the truth is, the old adage applies. I can't negotiate against myself. The landlord, make sure you put that in the notes. The landlord looked at the offer, not a bit interested. Huh, okay. This one's not off the table because everything will change when this operator fails. It always does.
Sounds like in our case, that's going to come down to them missing a payment.
Yeah, well, not just one payment. It depends on the history. Your credit score isn't going to go down 1,000 points when you miss one payment. I don't know that history. I don't ask what that history is. It's their business, truly. But you're doing the right thing in these calls. We keep the pressure and we keep abreast of what's going on. I wouldn't call this guy until there's a major change or 3 months from now. Because again, now we're getting this scenario. Okay, he answered the phone, we talked, he gets it. Next time there has to be a big change, the door's closing, etc. He still doesn't like me, and that's fine.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure this hot water heater's got a few more good years left in it.